Alright, so unboxing time of some toys from Moyu, so let's just get into this and see what we have. Alright, so we have some cubes and a cube, and so what are these? So let's hear that we have two of the new Cubing Classroom 2x2s and another one of their mirror cubes. It's just another variant, but yeah, let's just go ahead and get into these. Alright, so getting into the puzzles, I think we'll just go ahead and start with the Fisher Windmill first. So Cubing Classroom has released a lot of variants of these. They have the regular mirror cube, the mirror S, the wind mirror, and now this is the Fisher mirror. So these are really fun. If you like the mirror cube, this is obviously going to be one that you're going to want to check out. Yep, turning is amazing, of course. Pretty much just like a Su-long or Yu-long neck here. But yeah, it just turns really well, very smooth, a little bit sandy, and it overall just has a kind of crunchy feeling to it. So I'm not exactly sure how difficult this should be, but I'm assuming not too difficult. You can see I just did T-perm, but it did not really change the orientation. So with the mirror cube, what you can actually do if you want to make a challenge for yourself, you can solve it according to these brush marks. And yeah, it obviously just depends on the stickers, so not all mirror cubes will have that. But for these Cubing Classroom ones at least, that'll be a really great challenge if you want to go ahead and try that. But let's just go ahead and scramble this up and let's see how it looks. So yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. I guess it is kind of a big jumble, but if you just play around with these, they are pretty intuitive, especially if you already know how to solve a 3x3. So yeah, I'm just gonna set that aside. Very fun puzzle. If you're into mirror cubes, definitely go for it. Alright, so getting into the 2x2s now, I actually talked to one of Moyu's representatives, and it turns out that these are the exact same puzzles. The only difference is in the naming and the colors. So the MF2 signifies the stickerless versions, whereas the MF2C is for the black and white ones. So I'm honestly not sure why Cubing Classroom decided to do that. I really think it's kind of unnecessary, and it just causes a lot of confusion. But anyway, let's just get into these puzzles. So the previous version was the MF2S, which was surprisingly good for a budget 2x2, but it just had a lot of internal catches. So I'm excited to see if Cubing Classroom fixed that in this version. So the stickerless one, it does have that kind of frosted plastic, which I'm personally not a fan of just because it slips a lot. But it looks pretty cool, and if you like stickerless puzzles, go for the MF2. But here is the white one, and so yeah, it does have primary internals. So yeah, that is pretty cool. But anyways, let's just go ahead and get started with the turning on the MF2C. Yeah, definitely not bad. The feeling, it's still similar to the MF2S in that it kind of feels sort of like a Tangpo, and I do seem to be getting a little bit of internal catching, but this one isn't catching nearly as much as the MF2S, so it's definitely better than their older version, but I think for a budget 2x2, you really can't compete with the Kung Fu 2x2 right now. This one is just too obvious that it is a budget cube. But if you're getting to the hobby, then it's definitely one that I would recommend. It still turns very well, and the feeling is very enjoyable. It's kind of like a Tangpo, but a little bit smoother and more substantial feeling than that. But I guess putting that feeling into actual words, it's kind of smooth, but it also feels slightly crispy just because of the minor catches that I'm getting. But it's really not bad. I'm still able to perform the algorithms pretty well, and it still flows sufficiently okay. But yeah, definitely not a bad budget 2x2. Let's check out the stickerless version. This one sounds a little different. Yeah, this one is definitely a lot faster, smoother, and it's just not as bumpy feeling as this one. This one feels just a little bit more clunky. I'm getting a few more lockups with it. Is this one tighter? They look around the same tensions to me, honestly. But yeah, I don't know what the deal is with that. This one just feels worse for some reason. This one feels a lot better. At least with my taste, I like the feeling of this one more. It's a little bit faster, smoother, not locking up nearly as much as a stickerless one. Yeah, you can hear too, this one just sounds a little bit more crunchy and crispy. This feels a little bit heavier too, but they are the same puzzles, or at least they should be. But yeah, this one just feels overall lighter. This one feels heavier and more clunky feeling. So I guess relating it to other 2x2s that Moyu has released, this one feels more like a smoother Tangpo, whereas this one is kind of like a crunchier, clunkier Weipo. It's just heavier for some reason. It has a bumpier feeling. But either way, it's still not a bad 2x2. I think just comparing it to the MF2C, I like the feeling of this one more. So these should be the same cubes, and I'm not really sure why this one feels so much lighter than this one. I'm not sure if I got told the incorrect information, but they should be the same cubes. And so just taking a look at these cubes in general, they're good. I think they are good budget 2x2s. Definitely better than the MF2S, which was the previous version of this. But I think comparing it to other budget 2x2s, like the Kung Fu Yuehun 2x2 or the Yushin White, I definitely don't think it stands out above those two. But if you're getting to the hobby and these turn out to be the cheapest ones or just the ones most readily available to you, then definitely go for it. They're not bad 2x2s. It's just comparing it to other budget 2x2s, I think Cubing Classroom could have done better. Alright, so that is about it for this unboxing. You can see I went ahead and solved the Fisher mirror, and it was really easy. Almost a little too easy to the point where it's kind of trivial, but it's still really fun. So if you want to just break away from your normal WCA events, I definitely recommend this one. It's fun and it's really quick to solve. It's really easy. But yeah, definitely look into that if you're into mirror cubes. The 2x2s, they're not super impressive, but at the same time, they're not bad. I just think comparing it to other 2x2 options, it's not one that I would immediately go for, but if you're getting into the hobby, then I definitely recommend these too. I really don't have a need for these though, so what I think I'm gonna do, same deal as last time, let's do a giveaway. So how to enter, like this video, check out the Gleam link in the description to see other ways to earn entries, and that's it. So I hope you guys did enjoy this unboxing, and I'll see you guys in the next video.